Welcome. Thank you for your time. It's a pleasure to talk with you about sovereign capacities and capabilities for artificial intelligence, AI. We are being impacted by AI either directly or indirectly by AI of one or more types, which requires a sovereign capacity and capability for growing ourselves and our businesses, for retaining customers and relationships, and to protect ourselves and businesses as we respond to the opportunities from AI. This need applies to small businesses, corporations, national governments, state governments, and local councils alike, and is across the varying types of AI, including robotics, chat, imaging, facial recognition, and the emerging generative AI and agentic AI. Whether a small business, a global corporation, a government, or an organization, the need for a sovereign capacity and capability for AI is about protecting operations, serving customers, and growth. We encourage you to seek more information if required. Please enjoy and come away informed and wanting to do more around AI. Governance within sovereign AI capacity and capability with supporting legal. Whether a corporation, a business, an agency, an organization, or government of a country, a state, a council, having some level of governance and supporting legal for a sovereign AI capacity and capability is necessary. A federal government may need to pass safeguards legislation, while a business may need to revise data sharing and data use agreements. Some level of governance legal is required. Common areas are seen across sovereign AI capacity and capabilities, but the extent, the rigor, the complexity and needs vary. Areas include data and AI ownership and custodianship, having control of your data, whether this be through custodianship arrangements, ownership entitlements, commercial arrangements. A business needs to control the flow and use of its data. Similarly, a business needs ownership and sovereignty of AI because together data and AI are the operations of a business. Sovereign algorithms and models. From a country to a corporation to a university, sovereignty of algorithms and models for AI is required. Having any other critical business function outside of control would be considered high risk for a business, and AI is no different. Asset management of data and AI. Recognition of data and AI as being assets of a business with required arrangement impacts is required. Part of this is frameworks and controls, part of it is regulatory and compliance, part of it is legal, and part of it is management responsibility. Safeguards and protections regime. Having a regime of safeguards and protections, whether it is for people, customers, or a business itself. We use safeguards and protections in other areas, and data and AI, as well as sovereign capacities and capabilities, are no different. Risk-based outcomes and assurance regime. On a risk-based approach, a regime to assure outcomes is required. Whether this is through audit, respective reporting, regulatory and compliance obligations, or a combination. Some form of assurance regime is part of a respective sovereign AI capacity and capability. Resource and skill base to meet needs and interests. The required skills, experience, and expertise are necessary. Much of this is about applying existing, proven, pragmatic, practical business activities to data and AI, or developing along the way. Governance and legal are about protecting businesses, serving customers, and developing roles. Governance and regulatory within sovereign AI capacities and capabilities. Part of a sovereign AI capacity and capability is the overall governance and the required regulatory and compliance regime. This applies to governments for a country, a state, or a council. The necessary legal with changes in laws and regulations to support any sovereign capacity and capability is also required. Within a sovereign capacity and capability is the status of AI and the use of data by AI. Is AI a user of data with respective accountabilities, liabilities, and responsibilities, especially the data obligations? With this addressed, the approach to governance and regulatory can be applied along proven, pragmatic, practical business with inclusion in the following areas. Provisions. The aspects for the provisions of data and AI services with a range of elements to address. The provisions are required whether a business or a government and across its operations. Oversight. Regime for oversight of operations and services, as well as risk controls and frameworks. Safeguards. A series of activities to safeguard a business, people, its customers and stakeholders. Aspects like IP are included within the protections. Governance. The overall governance of data, AI and sovereign capacity and capability. Whether a business, an organization or a country, a sovereign capacity and capability is required for AI. Whether a national government, a 30,000 employee company, or a small business having some level of governance with the required legal and regulatory and compliance is part of a sovereign capacity and capability for AI. Thank you for your time. May this series be of value to you and those you help. Please feel free to like, share, and comment.